podcast episode. I am so excited that you're here. If you are new here, hello, my name is Vanessa. I'm the founder of Prospera Mama, and I teach women how to grow their business using energetics. So, neuroscience and quantum physics, the whole nine yards, in order for them to see really good results in their life. And today, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe below. And I would love to hear your comments. I want you to tell me what you think. Have you tried goal setting before? My intention behind this video is that you are able to really use this as a blueprint, because believe it or not, a lot of people actually start super motivated. Let's say, for example, right now is a moment where a lot of people, because there's a collective consciousness, which basically means there's a lot of people thinking about the new year and New Year's resolution and how they don't want to start the new year like they ended up this year. And if you are one of them, then I would suggest that you watch this until the end, because my purpose is that you get from here a blueprint that you will not be able to lose, meaning you'll be able to use it throughout the whole year anytime that you feel that you fell off. So let's get started. First, I want you to know that if you are someone that maybe wants to achieve the goals, but you feel that every time you set goals, you forget about them, or that you are not enough to reach them, or that setting goals is actually a waste of time, I want you to know that that is not your conscious mind. That is actually your subconscious mind talking. And the reason why is because many times when someone is accustomed to not achieving or setting their goals, that creates a pattern, a belief. And that belief is ingrained in your body and in your automatic nervous system. And what does that mean? That means that unconsciously you just you don't want to reach your goals because you think that you are not enough to reach them, because imposter syndrome shows up, because you have fear, because you are accustomed to not reaching your goals. There's a lot to unpack there, right? It could be very much the fear of success, the fear of failure, limiting beliefs from when we were little. There's so much. It doesn't matter, okay? Whatever happened in the past no longer matters. What matters is that we are here today, and we are going to really dive deep into the neuroscience of goal setting. Because if you didn't know this, there's a few areas in the brain that involve goal setting. And if you are able, you don't have to be an expert in this, but if you are able to understand it, that means that your prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain that makes the decisions, will be able to accept it as true. And you will be not only inspired to achieve your goals, but it's going to be such an easy process. Okay. So I even made notes because I don't want to leave anything behind, because I think that using this framework is really going to work. So the first thing that I want you to know is that when you sit down to write your goals, which is very important, because listen, if we do not have a vision of where we want to go, then we are literally in the driver's seat of a car without no GPS, and we have no idea how we're going to get there. And what is going to happen if I tell you, I'm not giving you a GPS, I'm not giving you a map, but you have to get from here to New York? When you feel lost, instead of having the map, taking it out, having the GPS, the first reaction that you're going to have in your body is, I want to go back home. I can't do this. This is too hard. The same thing goes with our goals. So there are certain areas of the brain that involve goal setting. And when we understand that, we are like, oh my God, this is so much easier. The first area of the brain that involves the goal setting is your prefrontal cortex. That is the area of the brain that is responsible for your decision making. Okay. And what does that mean? It means that that is the area where the emotions for you to take action are created. So if that area of the brain is connected to limited beliefs, I can't do this, it's so hard, I have no idea how it's going to happen, then the emotions that you create there are going to be what are called survival emotions, which means fear, judgment, comparison, lack. Energetically, what that means is that it's going to take a very, very long time, and your body is going to receive those commands as something that is generating fear, and it's going to stray you away. That is the reason, or that's what happens energetically when we are trying to reach our goals, but we're not incorporating neuroscience. We give up, we forget about them. The body thinks that it sends the signal to the mind to think that it is something bad and fearful, and in the brain's innate ability to protect us, it drives us away from that goal that we have. Okay, so that's the first thing that I want you to know. The second thing that is very important is that you have something called an RAS system, a reticular activating system. And that system in your brain, in your brainstem, it is responsible for it to give you images or Snapchats of that possibility, that goal that you want to achieve. And it sends the signal to the body as if you have already achieved that goal. And what does that mean? Imagine if it's something that you already have. Well, you're not thinking that it's so hard to work towards, right? You are becoming that. Your actions, the way that you think and the way that you feel are literally in line or in alignment with that goal that you want to reach. And this is not something that you have to do. It's your RAS system by the command that you give it. You have an RAS system anyways, like that's not something that you can really shy away from. And the command that you give it right now, that you have been giving it right now, is the reality that you are living right now. So when we start commanding our RAS system to that vision of the future or that goal that we want to achieve, and we do it properly, it is our helper. It is our motivator. And it's not something that happens outside of us. It's something that happens within our body. And you know what it does to the body, the RAS? It sends the signal to the body that it is safe for you to believe in your dreams. It is safe for you to create. It is safe for you to move forward. Okay. So a lot of people, when they are setting their goals, they start setting their goals matter to matter. Matter to matter means if you ask yourself, oh, that's impossible. How can I actually achieve that? That's not something really that is in my capabilities. I have never achieved that before. If this is you, the first thing that you have to do is have dominion and command over those thoughts, because we are not talking about you using matter to achieve your goals, which means based on your previous results or based on the money that you have now or based on the things that you have lived. We are using neuroscience and energetics to actually change your personality, the way that you think, the way that you feel, the way that you show up, the momentum that you have, the actions that you take in order for you to first up level your energetic state. And second, for it to be easy for you to believe that you can achieve your goals, because belief is such a big component of it. So the first thing is you write out exactly what it is that you want to achieve. And while you're doing this, you might have something like resistance, meaning, oh, that can't happen. It's not true. Listen, that is just the left side of the brain, and it is just a voice in your head. It does not mean that it is true. The more power you give to it, the bigger that voice is going to become. The second thing that I want you to do is it is important to have anchors of what your goals are, right? And what does anchors mean? Pictures, visualization, and it doesn't have to be this elaborated vision board. Even though I love vision boards, it doesn't have to be that. It could be little note cards that you put around your desk or around your home, where you can actually see the images of what you want, because your mind does not know the difference between whether you are living something now or that's something that you want. It accepts the feelings that you have towards those visuals or images as a command. And you will literally end up in that situation with those things that you want, reaching those goals. The second thing that I want you to know, let me make sure that I'm going through all of my steps, right? The second thing is that, okay, so when you are working towards your goals, it's important for you to understand that right now your life has been a set of beliefs or behaviors that create your habits. And have you heard before, your habits create your life? So the brain is neuroplastic. It means that it can change the way that it thinks, and it can change the way that it operates. And three questions that I want you to ask yourself after you have brain dumped, written down all the goals that you want to achieve. How does that person that already has this, how does she act? How does she feel? How does she think? Let me give you a clear example. If your desire is to grow a business, to become abundant, to become wealthy, to be very confident, because confidence is something that you generate from within, and it is an indicator of sales. We'll get into that in another video. But how does a confident person act, think, and feel? She is not looking for external validation in order for her to take action. She is a woman that is a visionary, which means that she is not judging. She has long-term goals and a long-term vision, and she is not judging her day-to-day actions or results based on the achievement of her goals. I'm going to give you an even better example. Let's say that your goal is to grow your email list to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so growing an email list to 1,000 subscribers usually does not happen overnight. So today you wake up super excited and you announce your lead magnet or whatever it is that you're promoting. And because tomorrow you don't wake up with 1,000 subscribers, then you say, this is not working, I'm not achieving my goals. That is not how it happens, okay? That would mean that someone that has no vision and is lacking confidence because they need external validation immediately. This is about you having uncompromising will and keeping your word to yourself. And that will get you further than anything else, because what you're playing with here is quantum, not matter to matter. So when you understand how does she think, how does she feel, and how does she act, your only job is to embody those traits or qualities. And what does that mean? You have a bigger vision or a bigger purpose in your life. You understand that you need structure, because structure is really the key to everything in life. You understand that it is more important for you to teach your body and to teach your brain, literally, to be focused on the vision of that you want to obtain. Every moment that I give my body and my brain the opportunity to think about how it didn't work out, how it's so hard, how it's not going to work out, what I'm doing is I am disconnecting my energy from that of the vision of the future, and I am connecting it to my past. And this is going to sound something like, I am super motivated for 3 days, and then I lose complete motivation, and then I feel like a fraud, and then imposter syndrome, and then I want to give up, and then I don't really know what is going on. And you can stay in that loop for the rest of your life. So when you understand, and you can even Google it, you can even use ChatGPT. What are the qualities of a person that has this, this, and this, or that has achieved this, this, and this, right? And they're going to tell you, and you acting on those qualities is you emitting the energy of that you want to achieve. On top of that, when you have long-term vision and goals, right? And you know that every day your structure is geared towards that, you're never going to be stuck. Why? Because you know this is a day-to-day process. You know that you working your structure is leading up to that point that where you're going, that goal that you want to reach. When women, and it's because I mainly work with women, say, oh, I'm stuck, or I don't know how to achieve my goals, or I feel overwhelmed, I'm going to tell you something. There's no structure and there's no routine. And what does that mean? That means that I will get shiny object syndrome and do something for 2 or 3 days, but then I give up again. And that is not about you being lazy or not wanting something. That truly is about a belief that has been so ingrained in you that it feels more comfortable to revert back to being overwhelmed and confused and lacking motivation than to actually move forward. And once you commit to that, what's going to happen is you are upgrading your energetic state, the feelings that you have throughout the day. It's going to minimize the overwhelm, the sadness, the anger, the jealousy. And what you're going to do is amplify the belief, the joy, the present moment, your own presence, your own confidence. That is, when that happens, is when you start not only feeling like you are in the flow and things are coming to you, but you increase your confidence because you keep your word to yourself. So getting very clear on the qualities and the personality that somebody that has achieved your goals, similar to your goals, is very important, because that is how you want to act. That is the energy that you want to bring into your life. That will manifest your goals faster than anything before. And the fourth step in this is, if you have had a very hard time actually believing in your future, that is a clear indicator that you are living off of survival emotions. Humans only live off survival or creation emotions, okay? Survival emotions, if I look in the body, it is located in the first three energy centers, your survival centers. So that, what does that mean? It means that those are the emotions that I use to survive. That is when I try to control an outcome. That is when I try to force things. That is when I forget that I am the co-creator of my life and that I have to go out and do more and work more and compete, and I feel guilty, and I have fear, and I have comparison, and I have jealousy, and I'm focused on everything outside of my life except for how I feel and my own life, to be honest. And from that state, that is what people call matter to matter. It's going to take you many years to reach your goals. And you have the option. You can teach your body to lower those emotions and go into your creative center. What does that mean? It means that you truly believe you are the creator of your life. It means that you are no longer looking for something outside of you to make you feel successful, but that you learn how to generate success from within. And success starts with keeping your word to yourself. It means that you are not forcing outcomes. That alone creates a magnetic field, which is called heart coherence. It is a field of energy that stems outside of your body up to 7 feet. It carries information, the information from your goals. It is a vibration. It is a frequency. And frequencies only match when they're matches, when they're magnets, right? There's a lot of different frequencies. And when you are emitting through energy, through your thoughts and your feelings, the correct information, it's going to match it with the things that you want. That's like quantum physics. That's just how it works. And I know that a lot of people can say, yeah, I wish it was that easy. Yeah, that's a program. It's a collective program that we have all been exposed to, thinking it has to be very hard. But if you're at a point in your life where you're like, I'm tired of it being hard, I'm ready for it to be a little bit easier, I'm tired of feeling tired and feeling unmotivated, then that's important for you to understand. And my last advice is is to use meditation. Why? Because meditation lowers your brain waves. Okay, Vanessa, and what does that do for me? It allows that voice of your left side of the brain that says you can't do it, it won't happen, it's so hard, all of those beliefs, to lower the volume. So if you don't have a constant voice in your head saying you can't do it, it doesn't work, it's too hard, I'm getting ready to get ready, I will do this later, don't do this now, it doesn't really work, it works for everybody but not for me. If you can lower that voice and amplify, it's working out, you are doing it, you can achieve it, you are developing the traits of that person that you want to become. And where we focus on, we energize, then you would be taking attention and energy away from the old persona and putting it into the new persona. And the goal out of all of this is that you start teaching your body that only in the present moment, right here, right now, and only you can allow your body to feel safe and to generate creations, emotions, which are connection, peace of mind, empowerment, motivation, love, self-belief, self-confidence, kindness, joy. And think about it, how different would your life be if you woke up and you were able to get your body into a state of feeling connected to everything, of believing in your life, of that you are truly the co-creator of your life. Because the more you act like this, since the mind is subjective, it doesn't know the difference between reality and non-reality, the more validations you're going to see in your life. And that's going to motivate you. It's just like if you're going to the gym and you start losing weight, obviously you're going to be motivated because you see the validation. That is the same thing that happens with this. So before you go and you do a vision board or anything else, make sure that you really know the qualities, how you think, how you feel, and how you act of that person that has the goals that you want to achieve. That is going to change your life more than anything else. And if you ever get stuck in not seeing results quickly, remember that would be you trying to control something, and it is reverting back to your old personality. It's okay. When you start meditating, you get into heart coherence, you forget about oh my God, it's not happening for me. You start teaching your body as if it was happening right now. I hope that this serves you, because people only take action based on emotions. And the emotions are only generated from the command that your thoughts give your body. So I hope that this quick goal setting was something that you found informative and motivating. If you are inside of my meditation membership, we're going to do a deeper dive just because we have a little bit more time. But if you get started now, do not wait until January 1st. That's a lie. Get started now on becoming clear on who it is that you want. And you will see that if you do that exercise today, it's going to feel unbelievable, meaning, oh, I don't really know who I want to become or what do I want to achieve in my life. But if you sit down with an open heart and an open mind and you do that thinking that you can really achieve it, even if you have to trick your brain, which is a thing, then you will see that it's so much easier. It's a beautiful process and it actually comes true. It actually works. Let me know what questions you have in the comments. And I hope that 2024 is a year of abundance and prosperity and confidence and reaching all the goals that you have, because that impacts the generations that you are reaching, especially if you are a mom, and it impacts your life. And every human has the ability to do that. I'll see you guys in the next one.